Hi. My username is TDW fan. My name is Peter. Hi. Um, I recorded on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Thursday night. I recorded on Tuesday a vlog, but it's a bunch of little clips, and I haven't edited them together yet. I'm going to be using the YouTube editor for that, so I don't know if you'll be seeing that first or this first. But if you are seeing this first, hi. This is my first vlog. If you're seeing this second, then hi. This is my second vlog. This one will be one clip. I want to read something that I wrote. Cause I'm writing this on a computer that I can't connect to the internet, or if I could, I just don't know how. It's like Windows XP, pretty old computer. Um, so I don't think I'll be like sharing these with anyone, like copy and paste or anything. Maybe a USB drive, but probably not. So I'm just going to read at least what I have right now. I've got a lot, so this might be a bit of a longer video. Um, I used to contribute a lot to the writing prompts subreddit on reddit.com. I wrote a lot of stuff there. I got busy. Uh, don't really have access to the internet much. But at this place I'm staying at, I can access the internet on my phone. So I took one of the writing prompts there, one of the recent ones, and I wrote it on this computer that doesn't have internet access in the notepad. um, the prompt is: long ago, someone wished all dragons into house cats. Now the magic is starting to wear off. I'm a big fan of dragons. Really big fan of dragons. So I thought this would be a good challenge. The one gripe I have with this story, I haven't finished it yet, but the one gripe I have with this story is it's very similar to a book called Dragons in Our Midst. In Dragons in Our Midst, all dragons turn into humans so that they can hide from humans that are trying to hunt dragons. And I kind of, it's very similar to that. All the dragons turn into cats so they can hide from the humans. um, and I assume the person who posted that prompt wanted it to be a silly prompt. I tried to do it as serious as possible, even though it is completely fantastical. Um, so I will start reading. Um, Stop me if you have any comments. Get it? Because you can't actually stop me because I'm just talking to my phone. No, I'm talking to you, dear viewer. I'm talking right to you. Okay, so I'm reading just on the computer that's right above the camera. So here we go. It starts off. Trust me, if we wish to survive, we must undergo this change. It will never work, bats free. The humans will not be fooled. Excuse me, but you may forget that I am here as well. The Council of Dragons turned towards the lone human. He was a tall man, and his long pointed hat made him seem even taller. However, in the company of dragons, he was perhaps but a mouse. In one hand he held a sword, but he did not wield it threateningly. The other hand held a small basket. What says you, dragon friend? Asked a beautiful blue female dragon. Thank you, Gerutilda. We must decide very soon, for many of the humans seek your heads. And this would be the best way. If you transformed into humans, you'd be discovered because of your long age. And the humans will never guess that these pets that they have may indeed have once been fierce creatures, the wizard said. Yes, but a mere house cat? That's like an insult. I would just as soon be turned into a hog than into a house cat, exclaimed a large red dragon proudly. It is your decision to make. Remain a dragon, and you may live the rest of your life in fear. Transform for only a few centuries, and one day you may be able to live at peace with humans once again. Do you forget the days when humans and dragons lived side by side? My advice has been given, but now it is out of my hands. How would this work? A small singing dragon asked in an almost musical tone. The man smiled. Many accuse me of witchcraft and wizardry. Pop ups. However, I wield no magic of my own. Pop-ups. They happen a lot on this computer. I wield no magic of my own. I do not summon demons to do my bidding, as many evil people have done. I come in the name of the Lord. He has led me to you, and he is the only way that this miracle can be accomplished. You will each partake of this fruit, he said, nodding to the basket in his hand. And when you do, through your faith, you will be transformed. Now, I insist we begin immediately. Who is willing? The council of dragons spoke not a word. Nearly 200 dragons stood there in complete silence. Finally, the green dragon Basfree spoke. I am willing, O prophet of the one true king. Basfree strode forward, towering over the wizard. Gerutilda slowly joined him, with what the man took to be a smile upon her face. You are all fools, the red dragon called Faithso said bluntly. Where's your pride of your beautiful scales, your sharp claws, and your fearsome breath? We should not fear humans. Nay, they should fear us. I will not dabble in your ways, and no dragon who is strong at heart will join you either. Faithso looked up to the heavens and roared, letting loose a stream of fire. Dozens of other dragons joined him in his cry. Come, my brothers and sisters, and let us leave the fools who wish to remain. The dragon spread his wings, and with a mighty flap rose quickly into the sky. Many followed the dragon, and the group of deserters flew towards the east. No, it is you who is the fool, Faithso. Only a fool dies for an unworthy cause, the wizard whispered. Perhaps 4 dozen dragons remained. I give you this one warning. If you use this blessing of the Lord for evil, the rest of your days will be filled with pain and suffering. No rest will come to you for as long as you shall live. A few seconds passed, and then a few more dragons silently took off and then flew after the other dragons. What must we do to be saved? Basfree asked the wizard. Oh, there's a typo. The man walked around and placed one fairly large fruit in front of the remaining dragons. It was similar to an apple, though the stem was as large as a branch and the red was deeper than most apples. After the wizard had placed the last apple, he threw away the empty basket. Let us hold for a second, a large purple dragon said in a very deep tone. There was only just enough fruit here for those who remained faithfully. What if more had stayed? The wizard's white mustache curled as he said, Let's just say that the Lord works in mysterious ways. The dragon, spelled with an O, not an I, nodded, slightly amused, if not saddened. Now, my friends, we must act with haste. Let us all speak with the Lord, and ask his hand of protection over us. The wizard bowed his head and raised his arms. To an unknowledgeable person, one might think that the wizard was perhaps casting a spell. He said, Father, I thank you for the opportunity you have given me to further your kingdom. Your plan always works for good, and I pray that our part is done in your plan. If you will it, save these noble creatures, and when the time is right, release them from their spell, so they continue their lives in peace. Thine will be done. Amen. A grumble spread throughout the council as the other dragons rose their heads. Quickly, my brothers, partake of your fruit and be transformed through your faith. Each dragon reached their head down. Some, like the green dragon Gerutilda, took a small bite out of the apple. Other dragons, such as Basfree, grabbed the apple and swallowed it whole. The group ate for a few seconds, and then a silence came over them. In the far distance, they heard the yelling of men. The sun was beginning to rise over the eastern horizon. It happened quickly. In one blink of an eye, there was a group of dragons and a human. In another blink, there was a human surrounded by kittens. If it was not such an amazing sight, one might have found the sight quite humorous. Praise the Lord, the man said. The house cat that was once the dragon Basfree strolled over to the wizard clumsily. Meow, the cat said. It had bright green eyes. Listen to me, dragons. In your confusion, you may be frightened, but remember, though your physical abilities have changed drastically, your mental abilities will still be the same. Some of you are gifted with art, as some of you are with music or teaching or dancing. You all still have the ability to communicate mentally, but you cannot communicate with me physically. Over time, I believe you will be able to speak with each other and possibly even other cats by way of mouth. Communicate with no one outside of this group mentally, lest you be discovered and killed. I will record the events that have happened here, and because of your faith, I will entrust a copy to you, Bastfree the Green, and you, Geraldine the Blue. Hide them well, and when you return one day to your normal bodies, once again find these relics, and you may reveal them to the outside world. Perhaps the Lord will be glorified even through that. Thank you for helping us, O Prophet of God, Bastfree said telepathically, purring unconsciously. It has been my honor, noble dragon. Now, all of you, may the Lord be with you, and may you find a good home to live. Away. So yeah, I wrote a little bit after that. Basically, 837 years later, someone finds the records of what happened. Someone just came in upstairs. Someone finds the records of what happens, and like, wow, that's a really interesting story. And then the dragons all turn back into, or the cats all turn back into dragons. Um, and he's basically got this relic that he can go share with people and meets one of the dragons. Maybe I'm not sure. Uh, but yeah, I wanted to share at least that beginning part. And if anyone's interested, it's been almost 12 minutes now. If anyone's interested, I'll continue reading what I have in another video. So tell me if you like it. Tell me if you want me to write something. Prompt me in the comments or something. Um, yeah, I love writing. So give me something to write or tell me to read something. I have a lot of stories that I could read. Not all of them are on the computer. Some of them are on paper. I've got some poems that I can read. Should be fairly quick. So yeah, leave a comment, subscribe. I'll reply to all the comments, probably most, maybe, if this does get uploaded. So okay, bye.